So in your body, you can either experience a state of harmony or a state of disharmony. That's the most fundamental level of the potential experiences you can have. You can either feel a state of harmony or disharmony. Now, of course, states of harmony can range from joy, peace, gratitude, love, fun, laughter, happiness. States of disharmony can range from stress, anger, despair, irritation, negativity, worry, fear, and so on and so forth. So essentially, there is a simple way to always return to a state of harmony. Whenever you notice that you're in a state of disharmony, as I've just mentioned, those states of disharmony, whenever you're aware that you're feeling this way, and it pretty much always doesn't feel good. A state of disharmony doesn't feel good. We don't want to stay there. Whereas states of harmony, then they're feelings that we would be happy to have for the rest of our life. We could imagine staying in that state for the rest of our life because it feels beneficial, it feels good, it feels natural, it feels right. And it's true, it is right. We do belong in a state of harmony. We can live in a state of harmony. Now, of course, this is a great challenge, but we can learn to free ourselves from our tendencies to choose states of disharmony, because we choose these states. We're not a victim. We choose states of disharmony, and often we're choosing it with our thoughts. More often than not, it's our thoughts which are creating states of disharmony within us. And so, it is possible to live in a state of harmony, a state of peace, a state of gratitude. But as I said, we do have to become aware of how our mind wants to spoil everything. Our thinking mind wants to spoil absolutely everything with its thoughts of hostility, its thoughts of criticism and judgment of ourselves as well as of others, with its thoughts of fear about the future, or fear about our life, fear about ourselves, fear about our relationships, fear about anything, with its negative thinking. Our mind, like I said, it's a killjoy. It wants to destroy our peace. It wants to destroy our joy. And so we have to notice this. The most important thing, the most important process we have to go through is realizing that there is actually a part of us that wants unhappiness. There is a part of us that wants us to be miserable, that wants us to be angry, that wants us to be agitated, frustrated, depressed, hopeless. There is a part of us that wants to experience that reality, and that's why we keep choosing it. Remember, we choose this. We are not a victim. We are not emotionally a victim in any way. We choose these states. Now, often things have happened to us in our life that create traumas that make us choose those emotional states over and over and over again. And of course, they take time to heal. But you must understand that your emotional reality, which is the most powerful reality you can experience because it takes over your whole body. Your emotional state takes over your whole body and influences every cell of your body. Your emotional reality is your choice. And that's why it's really important to direct your mind away from negative thinking, away from angry thinking, away from pessimistic and self-defeatist thinking, and instead focus on the goodness in your life. We have the freedom to choose what to focus on. This is the greatest freedom we have. No one can make us focus on something unless we want to. And the problem is often we're focusing on the negative thoughts. We're focusing on the pains, the hurts, the disappointments, the fears. So we actually have to train our mind to focus on what's actually real in our life and focus on the goodness that we have in our life. For example, do you have a bedroom to sleep in tonight, a bed? Do you have a bed to sleep on tonight? Are you thankful for that bed? How often do you feel grateful? How often do you lie in your bed and feel deeply grateful for the bed? Do you have food in your cupboards? How often do you go into your kitchen and feel thankful that you can eat? There's food, delicious food, and you can eat as much food as you want. How often are you thankful for that? How often are you thankful that there are people in your life who care about you, that you matter to, people that are there for you if you need to talk, people that want to listen to you? How often are you thankful for that? I could go on and on. I could go on about your body, the strength, the ability your body has to deal with all the stuff we do to it, all the things we put into it, all the challenges we give it to deal with, and our body still deals with them, and our body can heal. How often are you thankful for your body's capacity to heal itself? Because it can heal when we give it what it needs. How often are you thankful for the sunshine and this beautiful planet, the plants and the trees? How often are you thankful for this world, this planet we live on? How often do you go into nature and just feel grateful for being alive, breathe the air? How often are you thankful for oxygen that helps you to breathe? Imagine if all the oxygen disappeared. You'd be pretty desperate for it. Pretty desperate to have some more oxygen, wouldn't you? How often are you thankful for the things that you have that you need? Because you do need food, you do need a soft bed to lie on at night, you do need clean air, you do need sunshine. How often are you thankful that all your needs are met, your most fundamental needs are met? Because this is a way you can go through life. You can actually go through life focusing on all the things that you have, all the good things that you have. And yes, there are challenges which help us grow. They help us to become more resourceful. They help us to understand that our mind is not always on our side. They help us to see our mind, how it causes problems. They help us to learn about our own mind. And this is a learning process. Of course, it's a learning process. So nothing's bad. It's all to be learned from. And so any challenges, if you have a very negative mind, which is always focusing on the negative and always getting upset with people and always feeling angry, then you can learn from that. You can help your mind to grow, to expand. There's all this potential in front of us to grow and expand and to become freer, to become more thankful, more in harmony with the world around us. The potential is there for harmony. Now it's up to us if we choose it or not. No matter what's happened to you in your life, no matter how much pain you've experienced, no matter how much disappointment, no matter how much hurt you've felt, you are always free to return to a state of harmony. And so, as I've said, first of all, we have to take our mind away from the negative thoughts and turn our mind to thankful thoughts. Thank you that I have this electronic device that I can listen to messages on, like your phone. Thank you for this phone that I can listen to people speak, that I can communicate with my friends, that I can watch videos. Thank you for this extremely advanced device that enables me to connect to anyone all over the world and watch videos from anyone, listen to talks from anybody all over the world. Thank you for this amazing device. And thank you that right here, right now, I am safe. Look around you. Open your eyes. Look around you. Where is the danger? Don't think. Look around you and ask yourself, where is the danger? Where is the tiger or the lion that wants to jump out of a tree and eat you? It's not there. Where are the people who want to come and get you? They're not there. You may think in your mind that there are people who have bad intentions, who want to ruin your life, but where are they right now? Let's come back to the present moment. Where is the threat right now? Where is the danger right now? Without thinking, look around you. Are you safe? Because I bet you are. I bet right now there is no threat. There is no danger. And your mind will start thinking and say, wow, You say there's no danger, but what about this that's going on in the world? And what about these bad people who are trying to do this and trying to do that? And who have bad intentions for society? And you can think endlessly and think yourself into a state of misery and fear and hopelessness easily. We can all do that. We can all think ourselves, within the blink of an eye, we can all think ourselves into despair if we wanted to. But why? Why do that? You don't have to. Look around you right now, in this moment. Are you safe? Is everything okay right now? Is there anyone who wants to hurt you right now? Is there anyone who wants to ruin your life coming to get you right now? Look around you. Be thankful for your safety. Be thankful that right now you can be peaceful right now. You don't have to be on your guard. You can relax and enjoy this moment. Now here's the secret. Whenever you're in a state of disharmony, the very first thing you need to do to return to a state of harmony is to relax your body. It is impossible to experience a state of harmony when your body is tense. Impossible. Because that tension in your body is resistance. Your body is in resistance to something. It can be a thought, it can be an emotion. But when your body's in resistance, you can only experience disharmony, only. But when your body's relaxed, when your body relaxes, straight away it's a message to your entire being to enjoy a state of harmony, to return to harmony. The act of relaxing your body is a statement that you are in harmony, that you trust, that you are not afraid. Did you know that it's impossible to feel afraid when your body's relaxed? Next time you feel afraid, notice a thought that makes you feel afraid. Notice what happens to your body. Notice that your body tenses up. It clenches. It goes into a state of resistance because it doesn't want to experience the reality that thought offers. You think about something you don't want to happen, and you think it might happen but you don't want it to, and that thought, your body responds to it, and it responds immediately by tensing up. Tension is the very first response to negative thinking. Our body goes into a state of tension, and our heart goes into a state of tension, especially with fear, but with anger also. When we think about someone who upset us, or think about something that troubles us, our body goes into a state of tension, and we cannot experience harmony when we're in a state of tension. It is impossible. So the very first thing you do when you notice you're in a state of disharmony, when you notice there's feelings in your body which don't feel right, then relax your body. Just simply relax your body. Relax your arms, relax your muscles, relax your neck, relax your facial muscles, relax your belly. Just let your body become like a rag doll, just relaxed, at ease. And notice that when you're not holding on anymore, when you're not holding on to tension, and you let it go and you relax your body, then a nice feeling comes, a feeling of being at ease. Because tension is a statement of fear. When we're in tension, that is a statement to our entire being and to the entire universe that we have to resist something, that there is a threat. The state of being in resistance, the state of being in tension, is a statement to the universe that we are threatened. That is the statement we're making when we're in a state of tension, when we're in resistance. We are saying, I'm threatened and I need to defend myself from this threat. And we go into a state of tension. That's what tension is. It's self-preservation, it's self-protection from threat. But when you relax, that is a statement to the entire universe that it is safe to relax, that you are safe right now. That is the most profound statement you can possibly make to the universe. That you are safe right now, that it is safe to be relaxed. It is safe to be at ease. You do not need defenses. You do not need self-protection right now. You can relax and trust. Relax and trust that you are safe. Relax and trust that it is safe to relax. It is safe to relax. No harm's going to come to you just by relaxing. What will happen is that negative emotions will be released, tension will be released, and harmony will be restored just by relaxing. It is that simple. Try it for yourself. Experiment with this. Notice your emotional state during the day, and when you notice that you're experiencing something that doesn't feel nice, some disharmonious emotional state, then relax your body. Breathe for just a couple of minutes. Take a few deep breaths for a couple of minutes. Just breathe gently but deeply. Relax your body. Just breathe out all the tension and let your muscles relax. And see what happens. See how you feel. Enjoy the state of harmony that comes to replace the tension, the resistance. A state of harmony and peace always comes when you release tension. Guaranteed. Every time. So it's up to you to notice. How much tension are you holding in your body? Where is that tension being held? Are you choosing to keep it there? Are you choosing to remain stressed? Are you choosing to remain angry? Are you choosing to remain negative and afraid? Because usually we are. In fact, we always are. Because we can choose differently, and I'm telling you right now in this video how to choose harmony over disharmony in any situation. So I hope throughout this day, and throughout all the days that follow in the weeks and months, you will experiment and practice this simple act of allowing tension to be released, allowing frustration to be released just by relaxing your body, allowing fear to be released just by relaxing your body and making a statement to the universe that you are safe, there is no threat, and you are willing to choose to trust that you are safe. Choose to trust that you are safe by relaxing your body. Drop your defenses, drop your resistance, and be open to life. It wants to bring you amazing, amazing gifts. But you have to be receptive. You have to be open. That means you have to be in a state of relaxation. Because tension blocks life. Tension creates a blockage that life can't get through. It's a barricade. We may think we're resisting negative things or resisting something we don't want, but we're actually in a state of resistance to everything. When you're in tension and resistance, you are resisting everything. And life cannot bring you the gifts it wants to bring you, the spiritual gifts, the profound things that we can't even understand. We can't receive them because tension and resistance create a barrier. So it's very important throughout the day to drop that barrier, drop that tension, release that resistance, and be at ease, be relaxed, be open, and enjoy the harmony. Enjoy the harmony that you can feel anywhere, anytime. It's your birthright, it's your natural state to be in harmony, to be in peace. And I recommend spending as much time in nature as you possibly can, because nature supports this process. Nature supports you to be in harmony. It supports you to let go and be open. So spend as much time as you can in nature. And when you're not in nature, just notice your body. Notice if there's tension and allow that tension to be released. Relax your body, breathe, and allow harmony to be restored.